I would rather get waterboarded than have hummus up my ass. Recently, there's been this guy, I think his name's John. He's been blowing up on TikTok because all those funny CIA, ex-CIA operative stories he's got. And even before him, there's another guy, I think his name like some black guy named Andrew, telling the same kind of BS. But they've been blowing up recently because of a recent video he did on, I forgot who he did it with, but he was talking about some shoving hummus up people's asses to get information about Saddam Hussein or Al Qaeda or where the hell. I think it's just kind of like these kind of characters always pop up every couple years, They'll tell this kind of similar story, They went to jail for 4 to 5 years for blowing the whistle on CIA interrogation methods, and then like years after the fact, they'll recount stories on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, sell books, courses, all this and that for just money. And these characters are all the same. They tell similar stories, about the 9/11 era, not yeah, the 9/11 era, the Middle East, to become a CIA operative, you need to learn this, that, all these different languages. And I think just don't be surprised in the next 20 years if I come out with a book talking about how I shoved soy sauce down someone's rectum with a funnel, because like these interrogation methods are quite literally insane. I think, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if half the stories that they told were true, like based off truth, because it's pretty easy to find them on like probably any record that they were in the U.S. government. But I feel like some of these stories are just overly complicated. Like one I just watched about the white guy named John. He was talking about how he had to wait in a dumpster for hours to wait for someone to pass by and throw documents in there. Showed up at his crib, smelling like garbage, and his wife is asking, what's her name? You've been with another woman. And it's just like, what are we doing? Bro, what are we doing? Like, it just begs the question, like, how far are they, like at what point does it become bullshit? Because granted, like I said, it's probably based off, like, some factual things they had to do, but like realistically, like most of these guys are probably just in the office doing paperwork. They were hearing stories from their other buddies, like just exaggerating for the fame, for the clout. And usually, like, they get either like these types of characters get exposed, or they just kind of fall off the face of the earth. Because like, well, I think what stems from it is like the first thing they'll ever whistleblow may be true. That's why they go to jail. But then, like, after they come out of jail and write their books and this, that, the CIA doesn't care anymore, Whether it's double jeopardy law or just straight up they're just capping out their ass. Because, like, what do you mean you need the information now and you decide, get the hummus? Like, bro, what? Like, what do you mean you get the hummus? Like, bro, what? That's what I'm saying. Like, in the next 20 years, I might just have to write a book about, like, interrogating terrorists by, like, threatening soy sauce down the rectum, doing a rim job with bean paste. Because, like, what are we talking about? But the videos are always funny because they'll do these hour-long interviews with, like, the top, interviewers, and just talk about, like, they'll talk about, like, basic stuff, which is, like, true. But then, like, at a certain point for the clip, they'll just go off the rails, and it's so funny. But granted, the CIA, I'll pull the trigger on my own if the CIA was after my ass, because, like, who cares if they're lying? This shit must be true. Like, this, I wouldn't be surprised if the CIA was, dumping gallons of hummus down people's buttholes, causing hummus hernias left and right. But that's why they just give me the gun. Just give me the gun if the CIA is after my ass. Because at least with the FBI, they might kick me down and, punch me, then arrest me. The CIA, they gonna get your mama's name. They gonna get your daddy's name. They gonna get the name of your first kindergarten teacher. Like, they're gonna get everyone's name out of you, dog. There's just no denying it, one way or the other. But besides that, peace out.